Man.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to tonight's Malty Monday. We're going to be showcasing the international loggers. So we will go over kind of what the BJCP says about the international loggers. And I do believe that everybody here has an international logger, including Basement. I haven't talked to Eric yet, but I know that Alex does have one that does meet the guidelines based off what BJCP says, even though it is brewed in America.
That's Corona Extra.
Oh, nice. All right, so let's go ahead and say hello to the chat. I did this last week. Let's say hello to the panel first, and then say hello to the chat. So tonight we have Beer Man.
Hello.
We have Michael Komaroff.
Hello.
Louisiana Beer Reviews.
Hello, everybody.
Ontario. And Thrash Metal Homebrew and Barbecue. Miscellaneous Magnets.
What's going on?
Down in the basement, we do have Alex the Beer Master. And we have Thomas Metal 75. He is back to 75. He dropped the 0.5 in the 55343 pi. Eric is down there. So they will all be joining as well. But hello to the chat. I'll also leave the link in the chat here so you guys can get in if you don't have a link to get in off of the Hangouts. So Thrash was first. Don't have a link to get in off of the Hangouts. Ronald Sutton's here. He says, I'm ready. So I think that he is going to be joining tonight as well. Nina Yordi, she may be. Hopefully, like I said, I'll leave that link in the chat. We'll see who we get up. Thomas Metal 75. Lots of folks sure be slugging back international loggers tonight. Yes. I think a lot of people are excited about this one. We'll try to have a good one there, Ron. If you have an international logger of some sort, then you are welcome to join. Commerce Aussie is here as well. Cheers to you. John and Nelly, cheers. Hopefully you can join somehow. Craig Swinson, hello. Blake TV, cheers. Thank you for showing up here. And let's just jump into the BJCP guidelines. Now, this one is for the pale lager, but those of you that have brought a dark lager, an international lager, basically you just say it adds some darker malt characters to it. Same thing, pretty much. So overall impression is a highly attenuated pale lager without strong flavors. Typically well balanced and highly carbonated. Served cold, it is refreshing and thirst quenching. Comments on it. International lagers tend to have fewer adjuncts than standard American lagers. They may be all malt, although strong flavors are still a fault. A broad category of international mass market lagers ranging from upscale American lagers to typical import or green bottle international beers found in America and many export markets, often confusingly labeled as a Pilsner. Any skunkiness in commercial beers from being light struck in a green bottle is a mishandling fault, not a characteristic of the style. History. In the United States, developed as a premium version of the standard American lager with a similar history. Outside the United States, developed either as an imitation of American-style lagers or as a more accessible and often drier and less bitter version of a Pilsner-type beer, often heavily marketed and exported by large industrial or multinational breweries. So there we go. So first up tonight, I'm actually going to I'm going to skip over the first couple here. We're going to go with Louisiana Beer Reviews. He's going to give a full tutorial and score on his beer. So let's welcome in Louisiana Beer Reviews, Ronald Yo.
Cheers, Ron.
Hello, thank you. Cheers to all y'all.
I messed it up.
That's all right. Yo, that's how they say it in Canada. I appreciate you letting me join. And I have Cerveza Modelo Negra. It says 1925. There was some controversy about when it came out because on the Modelo website for a while it was saying 1930, but I'm going to go with the label, but still not quite sure. But let's say a long time ago, 90 years ago at least. It's 5.4%. I said earlier 5.2. That was a mistake. Here is a little convoluted story with this. It's owned by Grupo Modelo, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Anheuser-Busch InBev. But the U.S. government intervened 4 years ago and said, "Well, you'll control the majority of the beer market in the United States, and they don't want any company to have over 50%." So, which I don't agree with that concept. But anyway, they forced them to turn over the distribution rights in the USA to Constellation Brands in New York. So Constellation Brands, Crown Imports, what they call themselves Crown Imports, takes care of all the Modelo products coming into the USA and they bring them in from Nava, Mexico. Okay, so that's the story on it. It's kind of a strange thing. Now this glass was sent to me by the company Grupo Modelo in 2014. It's a gold rim tulip glass. Pretty nice. I had two of them, but I broke one of them in the sink. A sickening situation. It's a deep reddish brown. They sent this to me because they were saying, "We have a deal for you." They said, this was 6 years ago. They said, I thought it was a scam at first. I said, "What do you mean a deal?" Well, the company said, "If we send you this package, all you have to do is make videos cooking food and eating the food with the beer, pairing it with the beer." I don't know why they thought I was good at doing this. So they sent me a cutting board, some dry rub spices. They sent me these two glasses and $50 to buy Modelo. I said, "Okay, I'll buy $50 worth of Modelo." And I told them, I said, "Well, I'm not just going to automatically say it's an A because you sending me the beer." And they said, "We already checked your video out. You gave it an A already, an A minus." I said, "Oh yeah, you got me." Anyway, so the aroma is creamy like cream. Contains no cream. Thomas Meadows, very patient, like Job. Not really. It's creamy. It's malty, little, like you say, sweetness. I don't know if you can detect sweetness in the nose, though. Now the taste. Cheers to everybody. Cheers.
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 Cheers, Ron.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. It's about 15.50 a 12-pack over here right now. Sweet. It's got that creaminess in the taste. I don't know where that's coming from. It's got a little sourness, sort of like an underlying sourness. But not like a sour beer like you're thinking. I think I locked up for a second. You hear me now? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, no problems, man.
Can y'all hear me? Okay, Yep. I see.
Yes.
It seemed like it was a little. All right, so kind of a standard taste, but it's got that little twinkle in it, in it. Like a little character. It's malty. It's not a bitter beer, so to get bitterness, I mean, just there for balancing purposes. The hops. It's a high medium body, I guess. High medium, but not heavy body. Don't think that. And has a crisp finish. It's easy going. I think it would pair well with fajitas, like steak fajitas or chicken fajitas, or some enchiladas. Maybe a taco salad. Definitely, you want to add guacamole with that. chips and salsa, maybe that creamy green salsa, sort of like pesto type thing. I think it might be the best beer I've had from Grupo Modelo, but they make a lot of stuff we can't get in the United States. We get a limited sort of availability. They make some more developed craft beer style things, but we get what we can get, So I'm really liking it, and I'm going to score it off so I can get off of this so Jesse can move it along. It's a dynamite flavor. I want to say an A-, but I can't go that low because it just has a nice sort of in concert feeling about it. Like, everything's working together like a Philharmonic orchestra, and it's like so balanced and enjoyable. And the price point is ideal, but I'm not factoring in price point in the score. I'm just mentioning that as a side comment. I'm going to say 93. I mean, it's an A, 9.3. Some people might laugh at that and say it's a mass-produced product. You're stupid. I hate you and all that. But I'm sorry, well, I'm calling it as I see it. I think it's a delightful beer, and I've always loved it. I'm going to get off of this, but I'll say that tomorrow morning, if you want to see it, it's going to be a pretty interesting showdown. I'm doing Dawn Busters with Cruzan, aged light rum. So this is aged light rum. And then I've got the competitor is Bacardi, Superior. We all know this is a famous one. And my feeling is that I don't know who's going to win. And then Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern time, we have Wildcard Wednesday. And I still have some people ask me this during the week. If it's Wildcard Wednesday, what can I bring? And I tell them, you've been on there like 6 times. You can bring whatever you want. That's Wildcard. Whatever beer you want, or you can even bring wine and liquor. We're not too strict or uptight about it. So feel free to join, and we'll have a good time for an hour and talk about products. So,
nice. I will see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, cheers. Good review, Ron.
Okay.
Yeah. The one time Wildcard Wednesday though that does confuse people is the first Wednesday of the month when it is a theme.
Yeah. Now the first Wednesday of the month is a theme. And so that's going to come up August, the first Wednesday in August, a theme. And it would be a very interesting theme, I think. And so y'all take care. I'm going to watch the playback later. And then, Jesse knows I always make comments on what I'm watching later the next morning.
So make sure you make fun of Ron when he leaves.
Well, Ron, I want to say thank you once again for joining us on the show.
Hold on. I'll get you. I'll get you all.
I get you.
I don't know if I don't think drugs would be allowed. Smoky Ninja, sorry.
Yeah, we don't. I said beer, wine, or liquor. I didn't say that other stuff. I didn't say any non-liquid entertainment. You know what I mean?
Damn kids nowadays.
What were you saying, Jesse? I'm sorry. I'm out of here.
I was just saying that, I appreciate you coming on to my channel here, showing up on these Multi Mondays. Always good to have you on. So,
thank you, and y'all take care and have a great night.
You too, man.
Cheers.
Cheers. And let's say goodbye and thank you to Ron, and we will bring in me. What? Why does it happen?
Because he dropped off.
All right. So before I bring in let's just bring in Alex. Boom. Alex is in. So we do have 3 folks down in the basement. Right now we do have Eric, Thomas Metal 75. We have John and Nelly. In case you guys didn't know that. So he is here. So that's exciting. Haven't seen him on my channel for a while. So glad he's going to hopefully show me some love.
About time.
And then we also have Ronald Sutton. And
Nice.
we'll see if he brought something other than
Hams.
hams. So right now, okay, guys, so we had Ron went through his whole score and the shout outs and all that stuff. But for the rest of us, unless you have to go, if you have to go and you can't make it, stay on, and by all means, go ahead and do the full entree. But we can just go through the beer tastings, and then we'll do the scoring and the shout outs afterwards. That's how I plan to do the rest of these.
Awesome.
So the next one to go right now is going to be Beer Man.
Hey,
But
all right.
before Beer Man goes, I do want to throw this up real quick. Happy belated birthday, Beer Man.
Hey, all right, man. All right.
Birthday.
Oh yeah, what a fun night. That was fun yesterday. Oh,
Extended
dude.
birthday party. All
Thanks,
right.
BuMpY. Appreciate it, man.
And here we go.
Beer Man, thanks for
Love
letting
you
me come
guys,
on
man.
last night.
Ah, dude, I love you guys, man. No problem, dude. No problem. It's fun. I was a little tanked earlier. I'm okay now, though. Well, shoot, Ron and I brought the same thing. It's not a pale lager in any means. It's definitely a Negra, a Modelo Negra, 5.4%. He said it all. Thank God. I didn't even look anything up on this. So thank God Ron said that. Those awesome, amazing things about this. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and get into the pour. Cheers on that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I need to get
Then
that.
we'll cheers again when we drink.
Mhm. Absolutely, Beer Man.
So this is definitely a two-finger head. It's going for the nose. It's got this crispy kind of like apple-y notion to it at the beginning, right when I stuck my nose in there. Like a fruity. You get a little bit caramel. It's lighter. It's somewhat complex to some degree. I mean, it's kind of nice. It smells good. Kind of a brown or a white bread crust, like a toasted bread crust. Caramels. It's real nice. So we got kind of an off-white head. It's somewhat even almost pushing tan. It's a really dark, I guess you could say amber, almost even pushing mahogany or something. At the bulb of this, at the base, it's a little lighter. It's a little more amber-like. You can see that it's somewhat effervescent inside. It's really pushing. We'll call it effervescent. Yeah, fast rising bubbles. Nice firm head. It's really well put together. It's nice. Let's drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Nice agitation of the head of foam.
Oh yeah. Huh?
What Ron says.
Oh, okay. I need to. Oh no, I got it. So it's let me get another drink. It's slightly. It's a kind of a the carbonation is kind of fast. It's kind of like bumpy and bing, bing, bing all over the place on the front of my tongue. It just throws it. It's like a freaking ping pong ball, whatever the ping. What are those? Ding, 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 ding. The ball goes everywhere. Ping pong ball machine. It's throwing a lot of carbonation. A lot of different flavors are popping with all that carbonation. So you're getting like this caramely, flavorful, like darker side to it. But then you have this fruity, kind of real nice, almost kind of apple-y like flavor coming out of this, kind of a cider-like flavor. Not real sour, kind of sour on the edges of the back of the tongue. It's real dry and sour, kind of not sour like a sour beer, like Ron was saying, not sour. I believe he said the same thing, but it's real nice. It kind of finishes off really nice and even. The same kind of flavors kind of stop in the back. It dries off, kind of a medium finish. There's all kinds of flavors going up in my palate. Very nice beer. It's lacing really well. It really is a real good. It's one of my favorite Mexican imported lagers. It's a Negra. It's the Negra. Oh dear, I'm in trouble. It's a nice beer though. It's one of my favorites. It's what I have with a burrito. When I go to the Mexican restaurant, I'll have like a seafood burrito or the super burrito or whatever with the guacamole. You said that so right, Ron. Guacamole is like so meaty and nice. That would go so well with this darker, richer lager. It's really nice. Sounds good with the salt and the chips and the tortilla flavors and stuff. Oh my God, such a good beer. Such a good beer. And they even put a lemon and wedge in this at the restaurant, which is fine too. And I've had it with the lemon wedge. It tastes good. I like it. I like the little lemon zest. So I definitely have a good idea of what I want to score this at, guys. Thank you so much, BuMpY, for letting me on. Cheers, man. Cheers, guys.
Beer, man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I stumbled a little bit there, but we're all right. We're back in. We're back in.
Well, you know, Beer Man, I have to let you on. Otherwise, you won't let me on Beer and Cheese Tuesday. So,
Yeah.
and I got to eat my different cheeses.
That's right.
Me
That's
too.
a bribe.
All right. I don't know where we're really at with who's where because things are a little bit
Whatever you want to do,
different.
BuMpY. Doesn't matter.
It's down below. So we're going to do this. And I'm going to say, oh, Michael Kormaroff is next.
Here we go. Keep
The
it
master.
Okay, so this is an Alhambra 19, Reserva 1925 from Granada, Spain, and it comes in the nice etch bottle. So unless you look at the etching, you can't tell what it is. It's a European lager, a little bit stronger than the ones we've seen so far. It's 6.4%, and this is what it looks like in the glass. You can see that the head was all the way up to here at the beginning, and now it's faded down to a small, slim white head. The lacing is nice around the side. It's a clear yellow golden, and there's I don't know if you can tell in this light, but there's a effervescent bubble stream going straight up. So there is good carbonation in it. Let me get the nose on it. You get kind of a spicy kind of smell to it. It's funny, it's in a green bottle, so it's when I drink from a green bottle, sometimes I perceive skunk, but I think it's in my head because I don't think it's really skunky. But it has kind of, you know, that kind of smell, but it's not, I don't think it's skunky. I think it's a mental thing. Let me take a drink.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Okay, it's kind of sweet, a little bit on the acrid side, so it's not like a straight lager. So there's some acrid taste to it, but the acrid taste is positive. It's not watery. It's medium bodied. There's a certain amount, I guess the extra alcohol in it gives it a little bit of heft, so to speak, in the taste. So you're getting a strong lagery kind of taste, but it does still go down pretty easy. So you could drink a lot of this. It's from some of the other beers I've had, those 5%ers, this has a heftier feel to it than some of those other beers, but it's quite good. And I don't think Spain is known for a great lager, country either. But in this case, they've done a decent job. I'll come back and give you a score.
Awesome. Thank you, Michael Kormaroff.
Yeah, cheers, Mike.
Cheers.
And I think the last time I saw when I brought everybody back, that Thrash was right below you. So let's bring him up solo.
Ooh.
So low below
Oh, you
you.
can't hear me. Cheers, everybody. Happy Monday. Multi-Monday. Here, stick it up. Anyway, let's go ahead and bring up my notes. I went ahead and went through this earlier. This is Sapporo. Sapporo is, this beer was brewed in Ontario, Canada. Sometimes it's brewed in Wisconsin. Was that right, Mike?
Lacrosse.
Okay. So, and then they're basically out of Tokyo. It's crazy, man. Very crazy. It's international lager, Japanese, at a 4.9%. Let's go ahead and get a poured up. Kind of an interesting lager, too. I don't want to go down the middle because this thing is pretty effervescent when you first pour it. It's got nice foamy bubbles on it. Let me take a look at that. Very pretty beer. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So the brewer's comments on this, it's the original, the icon. Sapporo Premium Beer is a refreshing lager with a crisp, refined flavor and clean finish. The perfect beer to pair with any meal or any occasion. Kapai. Okay, so that was that part of it. Sapporo Breweries Limited is a Japanese beer brewing company founded in 1876. Sapporo is the oldest brand of beer in Japan, so this is the oldest beer in Japan. It was first brewed in Sapporo, Japan, I think they just went repetitive on themselves. 1876 by brewer Seibel Nakagawa, the world headquarters. So, all right. So the look of this is golden, light honey yellow look to it. It's a very brilliant clarity, crystal clear and bright. The head is white, fluffy, frothy, and as we go along here, if you look at it, it'll slowly dissipate and is very delicate head on it. Let's go ahead and go for a smell on it. It's got light malt, a touch of that grain, fresh straw, fresh cut grass. It's got a biscuit note to it as well. Very, very light. It is a very delicate beer on the nose. Seeing if I can pick up anything else on this. You just get pretty much that adjunct lager. It's not overwhelming in the nose like a PBR or any of the other adjuncts that are American style. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go in for a taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
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 So yeah, very light malts in here. There's an initial light tartness from the hops. Doesn't complicate anything, but it does hide that adjunct taste to it, which is a big, big deal with me. Adjunct lagers, I mean, you get the same thing after you have maybe one or two of them. Your palate goes pretty numb to the adjunct taste, but I really like to dive into a beer and enjoy that hoppiness to it. Some sort of character that is not the norm for the style. So it's kind of surprising and very, very good to have that when you first drink it. The intensity is very assertive at the beginning, but it's mild on the palate. It displays a good hop character and gives something to stand on. I mean, it really stands up for this type of beer. If you look at it, effervescence is still mild to medium. Let's go ahead and top her off. It's got a little bit of head on it. I mean, it's from a lacing standpoint, but it doesn't stick around. I mean, this type of beer, you won't get that. The evolvement of the taste displays a good hop character, gives it something to stand on, fades to a slight sharpness when you swallow, but you do have that bitterness on the back end, which is really cool. It's very quenching. It's lingering hop presence. The crispness of it is pretty good in my book. I mean, I'll rate this guy pretty high. The mouthfeel in here, it's very prickly, that tingly play on the mouth. The tongue captures that slight hop presence. The carbonation level is round, light, delicate. Doesn't hold a head. You won't here shortly. I'll let it set and let her calm down so we can see how the carbonation kind of keeps that outside ring on the head itself. Stands very well with the hops. I'm going to always go back to that with this. My personal notes on this. Most adjunct lager drinkers might find the hops a turnoff and rate this at a C or a D. but as a craft beer drinker, I find it a pleasant change to the run-of-the-mill American lager type beers. Nice play with the balancing. The light maltness, it's slight IBU that kind of sticks out. This is a really good lawnmower beer for the summertime. When you're out and it's hot, you come in, have this. Very thirst quenching. At the end of the drink, you're wanting more. I think you would like this. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Crash.
Excellent.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
That's it.
Very,
Oh,
very
thank you,
good.
Bumpy.
Let's bring up miscellaneous magnets.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me, Bumpy. All right, so tonight what I've got, I actually did find out who makes this. This is by Thai Bev. This is Chang, their classic lager from Thailand. Apparently it's a pretty big beer over there. Never had it, saw it on the shelf. BuMpY-isms, infamous green bottle. So we'll see. Anyways, let's get into it. It's 5%. Didn't have too many good reviews on the internet when I was looking at it. So, anyways. Well, that wasn't that exciting. Yeah, very, very light colored looking beer. Lemony.
I'll get it later.
Looks very lemony colored. Didn't get a big head. Very effervescent though. Lots of bubbles streaming up there from the bottom. Pretty basic looking, in my opinion. Actually looks very, very light. It's definitely brilliant. So anyway, let's go for the nose. Yep, there it is. Slight skunkiness right off the get-go. Already knew that was coming. It's not bad though. Little maltiness to it. Almost like like a brown bread crust type of smell. Not getting too much hop nose on it. Just a little bit. Little very, very slight hop smell there. So anyways, cheers. Let's go ahead and see what this thing tastes like.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. It's really not that bad, but it's really not that great either. It's kind of like having a super light Heineken. Very minimal malt flavor. Very minimal hoppiness too. Wow. I see why this was scored what it was scored on Untapped and Beer Advocate. So definitely light, crisp, poppy on the tongue. That's pretty much it. This beer's kind of boring, y'all. So I guess I'll try and take some notes on this, and it's definitely lawnmower beer status for sure, 100%. So
Yeah.
sorry, little uneventful. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. John and Ellie seems to really like that one though. I guess he's had it. I've never had Chang.
Yeah, cheers.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
never had that.
Like I said, it's not anything great. Doesn't taste bad. Just very, very, very light.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll see if I can get some notes out
that's
of
kind of
this.
the style, right? It wasn't supposed to have a lot of flavor according to the BJCP.
It's true.
They
but
nailed it.
that style-wise, I guess you're right.
All
Cheers,
right.
guys.
Thank you very much, miscellaneous. We are going to bring up our next guest here. We have Alex, the beer master, making his third debut on Multi Monday.
Dun, 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 dun.
Today, thank you, Bumpy, for letting me on. I appreciate it, my friend. You're the man with the
Thank
master
you
plan.
for showing up.
Yeah, I haven't been
Half
around
the
for a
battle.
while. because you come on my streams every, Friday. It's only fair. So today I'm reviewing St. Pauli Girl. It's a German. It's original German. I'm trying to figure what this word is. It's RECIPE.
Recipe.
Recipe. There we go. Thank you. And it is 12 FL.
12 fluid ounces.
12 fluid ounces lager. I've never had this before. I don't remember having it. Just to let you know, there is another one that's non-alcoholic, and I think that one is I think that's a green label, and this is a blue label because it's alcohol. I think that's what Ron Terrio says, and obviously he knows that. So, all right. So I'm going to see what this pour this up and see what it looks like, shall we?
You bet.
I think we shall.
I love these kind of beers. Love them, even though I love my stouts and stuff.
Oh.
All right. Wow. That's. I love the smell of grassiness. Even though it's skunkiness, to me, it still smells pretty good. All right, let's see here. Oh, nice. Nice. Looks pretty good.
Good pour, bro.
Yeah, because I did on the side, not all the way to the, all the way pouring, So, wow. Free finger head here. And, oh man, I can smell the hops from here. Smells pretty good. I like it. It's very good carbonation. You could see the bubbles, man. I tell you, you see the carbonation. It's very clear because you could see my face. I could see, everything here. So it's freaking perfect. So, let's see what it smells like, shall we? It's like a golden color and stuff like that. So, it smells very fresh. That's all I gotta say. It smells like hoppiness, kind of like a grassiness kind of thing, which I like. And that's the skunkiness. Sometimes skunkiness means it's bad. Sometimes it doesn't. It depends on how you feel in the situation. It smells pretty good. And that's all I smell. So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Just
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
The smell's so good. I wonder if it'll match the smell, the taste. Let's see.
Go for it.
Right on, man.
Delish. I can't believe it. It actually, when you first taste it, when I smell that grassiness, the smell the hoppiness, when you first taste it actually tastes exactly like that smell. That's what you want if you like, skunky kind of beers like this.
Is it very light on the malts?
It is a little light, but like I said, I could taste the malts. Like I said, the skunkiness, the grassiness. I like that.
Cool.
Like I said, it all depends on what you feel. Sometimes the skunkiness means it's bad. Sometimes it don't. Sometimes it's just that's how they make the beer. It all depends on your preference. So you know what I mean?
Nice. So here in Colorado, we have skunks, but we call them polecats.
Now,
Yeah.
keep it up. You get what I'm putting down now, Brian. I love you,
I actually
Brian.
like the smell of polecat.
But yeah, this is very tasty. I have actually a 6-pack of this. So I might drink one more with you guys after this, maybe.
Nice.
And yeah.
I think you should drink 5 more.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah, buddy.
come on.
No.
Tell them.
But yeah, I really like this. I'm gonna it's very tasty.
It's like going out bowling, Don't leave any pins standing, man.
I do. This like I said, it tastes exactly like the smell. Very, very unique. That's what you want.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Just a little bit of bitterness. Let's make that clear. just a little bit of bite in the back of the throat, a little bit of bitterness as I'm tasting it too.
Sounds good, Alex, man.
There's no, you would think, well, it's not a malt liquor, so but you'd think it's a lager. You'd think maybe it would taste sweet, but I don't think all lagers are sweet. So, but this is good. This is actually a good beer to drink if you're cutting the grass. I think because it's 5%. So that's what Ron said. I didn't see the ABV on here, but that's what he said. He would know that obviously because he's probably drank this before. But this would be a good lawnmower beer. I think it'd be perfect. You know, you could. It's a session beer. It's a 5% beer. It's a session beer. It's not like the stouts and the high ABV beers that if you drink a couple of them, you're going to be.
So you drink them all night long.
Yeah, you could drink them all night long. So I'm going to keep sipping on this, and I'm going to give my rating in a little bit.
Good job,
Are you doing shout outs tonight?
Yes, I will towards the end, just like you said.
Keep sipping.
Jello shooters?
All right. So let's go back full screen. So we got looks like we lost Sutton. Maybe he'll be back. But let me take out Alex and myself. First to go when we come up is going to be Thomas Meadow 75, and then right afterwards will be John Anelli.
Yeah, so go ahead, Bumpy.
It's like bye-bye.
Hello, bye-bye.
Hello, Eric. Hi, John.
What's up, good people over the internet?
Cheers, guys.
Hello. I am doing. I thought somebody else, or at least a couple of people, would have this beer. Luckily, not. I did a review the other day, so I'll try to be a little bit condensed with the beer review. This is your one and only Corona Extra. It's beloved. It's hated. 2020 wants nothing to do with the top word on there with the letter C. Yeah, it is a Cerveza Rita Modelo from Nava Mexico beer. Crown import. This is 4.6% alcohol by volume. And all you're getting is water, barley, malt, non-malted cereals for the grains, and quote-unquote, from Corona's website, hops. Ooh, very descriptive on what hops are using in Corona. Deceptive. All right, I'm going to put this in a Sam Adams glass because that'll hold some good head. And maybe I'll get slightly more aroma than the last time I drank it. Doubtful, though. I'm going to do without the lime just so I can assess the beer by itself today. And yeah, definitely good head retention on that. Basically one middle finger's worth. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, very clear, very effervescent, and just like that straw golden style color. Popping and fizzing for days. Yep. So in the review that I did the other day, it was getting, and I still am, I'm getting that wet papery kind of cardboard damp cellar note to it. I am getting the grains. I'm getting that sort of essence to it. And I also get a Mott's apple juicy note to it. Maybe that's how the grains are interacting with the malt in there. Now, look at the bottom of that glass. It looks straight like water. Damn. So, yeah, it's not very complex, but there's nothing to complain about. It's not skunky. Thankfully, about a 4-pack of the 16-ounce cans. Let's drink some Corona Extra.
Cheers, Eric.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
I was waiting for a jug.
That's really refreshing as hell. So, yeah, I'm still getting that interaction of those kind of musty-ish grains with the malt. There is like a grass clipping, kind of maybe like a Noble or a Saaz, maybe more like a Saaz style hop, I guess. And I'm still getting that Mott's apple juicy sort of a flavor, all over the beer. And that sweet bready malt. I don't know if that apple juice thing is how the malts and the grains are interacting with one another. That's how that comes across. Other people would say stereotypical beer flavor. I think that's what I'm tasting in general. There's nothing smacking me in the face. It is a full-bodied beer, but it's on the high side of light towards medium, but high side of light. Crisp. It is clean. It is ultra refreshing. The caveat being that Mott's apple juice thing in the flavor is the last thing to go. So like 99 or 98% very, very clean. And it kind of has maybe like 98% clean. And like I said, in that beer review I did the other day, I am getting almost a little tiny, itty-bitty, oily kind of a mouthfeel to it. And that almost reminds me of like the dextrose, the brewer's syrup, but apparently they're not using any. But that's just, what my palate is telling me. To me, it's right in the middle of the road or maybe slightly below average for Mexican lagers. But when we come around, I will give you my score. Yeah.
Nice. BuMpy.
Cheers, good one, man.
Don't we all love it this 2020 year?
Hey, I like Corona, to be quite honest. I don't mind it.
I like the virus too.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Not the virus.
Cheers,
No.
Joe.
All right. Cheers, everybody. I've got Peroni
Yes. Nice beer.
Nostro Azzurro. It's got a little description on the label, but it's in Italian, so I'm not going to read that off. It is 5.1% alcohol by volume. IBUs are not disclosed on the label. I like how they have the ingredients here. Just says ingredients: water, barley malt, Italian maize, and hops. And I did not realize this was an adjunct beer. I thought it was a pale lager. So it's interesting that they have corn in it as the adjunct, because I've never noticed it tastes like a pale lager. Anyway, let's give it a pour here. It's an 11.2 ounce bottle, 330 mils, so kind of a ripoff, because we like our 12 ounce beers here in the U.S. But there's the pour. Nice one finger white head. You can see a lot of bubbles. This isn't etched glass, but there's a lot of bubbles going up the glass there. Kind of a light golden appearance. Very clear. Not getting any skunkiness with this one. It smells really good. Malt forward. Some nice grassy hop aromas. Smells very clean. There's really not much to the aroma, though. Malt character up front, a little bit of a grassy hop note. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and dive in here. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me on the show, BuMpy. This is a winner. Nice malt forward presentation, some nice white bread notes. Very crisp, clean, light bodied. The carbonation is on the medium side, nice prickly carbonation. That the finish, you're definitely getting those grassy hop notes. It is slightly bittering. It's actually, I'm not sure what the IBUs are, but I guess probably close to 20, if not a little higher. It's definitely got a nice little astringency to it on the back end. It's very dry, so super sessionable at 5.1%. This is just a step above your American adjunct lagers. And this is an adjunct lager. Like I said, they use Italian maize. They got to be fancy with the ingredients. Italian maize, so Italian corn. So the same as we use here in the U.S., I'm sure. There's nothing special about it. But this is a wonderful beer. Super sessionable and easy drinking, like I said. I'll come back and give it a rating, but very, very clean, crisp lager. And if you haven't had it, you're missing out. It's a wonderful beer. So that's it. That's all she wrote.
Cheers, Anelli. I almost got me some of those, but my boss took them back. He went to give me some at work, and I never took them home. He said I ended up taking them back. Still haven't tried that one.
Brewed in Rome, Italy, I believe. It's Ronald Sutton. Hello.
Ronald!
Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
Hi, Ronald.
Cheers, Ron.
I gotta go fill up my
Cheers.
glass. I got a good story for you, but that Modelo Negro is a very, very good beer, and you guys did a very good review on it.
Oh man, thanks.
Yeah, it is. You know, we did that American Bach thing, and I bought Amber Bach. It broke my heart because I could have bought the the Modelo Negro for shit, damn near the same price.
Right?
It upset me. But I'm drinking classic. You know, I'm drinking
There you go.
Heineken's.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's a great product. It's
Sure is.
it's the second best-selling beer worldwide. You know, the only one that beats it is the King, man. The Budweiser beats it. But oh man, I got a little spillage.
Oh no.
But that's sacrilege. I got a knack.
All right, alcohol police, call him up.
Abuse.
Cuff him.
Up.
Yeah. But no, it's a great beer. You know, it's been around for a long time.
Oh yeah.
An interesting story is that they were the first imported beer after Prohibition. Yeah, first imported beer after Prohibition. But you know, it's an almost actually only they list like 3 ingredients. They don't list their yeast. And the yeast, I read something on it. The strains an A1, whatever the hell that means. A1 strain yeast. BuMpY might know. I don't know. Who knows? But I got a cup here. Let me see if I can get it into
There you go.
focus.
Nice.
Nice.
See the windmill?
Yep.
You see the windmill?
That's Holland for you.
Sure do.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And
It's cool.
they should have went to that rather than the Red Star. Yeah. These glasses, I got a set of 4 in pristine condition. That's why I brought them out. And they're selling for like what, $50, $75 on eBay and shit. I ain't gonna get rid of them. But yeah, they're hard to get. But the 4 fins on the windmill is the hops, barley malt, yeast, and water.
Hmm.
No, right there. And then the structure itself is the brew house. And that's how people knew it was, knew they could go there and get beer. But that's what it is. And that glass, that's a hard glass to come by. I'm telling you, man, take a look at it because it's let me see if my wife's bugging.
There you go.
Yeah, it's really something to see.
Fizzy beer.
Yeah, but it smells. It's no one I compared it to. If you go out in a barley field, a barley field, and you see some grasshoppers, and you catch them in your hand and smell that grasshopper, that's about what that beer tastes. It smells like. It's clean, refreshing. It looks like it has a lot of carbonation, but when you go to swallow it, it doesn't. It doesn't have that carbonation bite. They changed their can, by the way. You guys got the new design can. The new design cans. I had a couple of them the other I think it was Saturday. They were the smoothest Heinekens I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Man, they're so good. But it's the second most popular beer worldwide. You can't go wrong. I wrote it down on a piece of paper and forgot it at work. It's like 64 billion gallons of beer they ship around the world.
Good Lord.
That's a lot of pee.
That's a lot of Heineken. That's a lot of pee.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
It's
hard.
a lot, but it's an excellent beer, and I'll give my rating soon. So if you want to pass me down or whatever, see.
Nice, Ronald.
Good
That's
time,
awesome.
Mr. Sutton.
Cheers, son.
Yeah,
Cheers,
cheers, Ron.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that about the windmill. That's pretty epic. Sweet.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
BuMpY, what's up?
All right. When this, let's see, Simon, when he catches a grasshopper, is only for fishing, and I shove it in a can as fast as I can, so it doesn't bite me.
That sounds cool.
But next time I catch some, I'll smell my can of grasshoppers.
Wow.
Nice.
Generation
Very truthful to Heineken. When I got back from Germany, living there for 2 years back in the 80s.
Sorry.
I got back. There was no such thing as craft beer when I got back. And Heineken was about the only thing that came close. It had that malty and that hop character. And it was just one of those things.
Yeah.
I like
I've had
Heineken.
Heineken in the can. I've had Heineken in the bottle for the most part, and yeah, you get that skunkiness. But I've had it in the can, and the skunkiness is gone. And it's sad to say, like when I had it in the can, even though it was like more of a malty, premium flavored beer, I missed the skunky.
So did you have a bottle can?
And right.
No, I just bought just cans, but I just remember the skunkiness from it.
I always like the skunky.
But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and present myself and do my my Peroni. It's my Peroni.
All right.
Oh, you got a can though. Okay.
I got a can.
Look
It's got
how
a
big
nice
his
fancy
hand is.
blue cap tab. So it's the Nastro Azzurro Italiana, and just so you know, John, the difference between American corn maze and Italian corn maze is the Italian is cornea.
Like
Great
the brain
too.
or the eye.
All right.
All right. So it's the same. It's the same as John's. It comes in 11.2 fluid ounces. So they jip you, and it is the same ABV at 5.1.
It only jips Americans.
BuMpY, are your hands big or is that?
They must
can
use small glasses.
This is a tiny, tiny can.
Oh, thrash metal is obsessed with your hands. What does that mean, thrash? Yeah.
You know what they say about guys with big hands and big feet, right?
They can do a lot of work on a construction site. I don't know.
Big shoes and big gloves.
So the pour. I think this looked kind of like similar to John. It's got a small white bubbled head. Very, very clear. It's got that kind of haze straw color. The brew, the aromas. First thing I noticed is there is a little bit of a malty aroma in there. It's kind of on the bready side, and there is a sweet smell of a little bit of corniness going on.
Cornea.
Cornucopia of
A little bit of like a kind of, I'd say, herbaceous hop presence as well. First swig, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Flavors. I mean, this one's pretty much malt forward with I'm getting the hay, white bread. There's a little zest from the hop coming through in the kind of mid-range to finish. I would place it kind of more on the kind of herbal side with a little bit of floralness.
A little twang to it. Yep.
Light body, drying to the palate, refreshing. Decent carbonation. I'd say it's kind of in the high medium range on the carbonation. Kind of feel the friskiness on the tongue.
Looks good, man.
But
looks like that'll like take you out when you're hot, man.
yeah, you do get the a little slight hint of that maize in there as well with the flavors. So a little corn sweetness. Yeah. Not bad. You know, if you compare it to most like American adjunct lagers and stuff, this one does taste like it has more of a malt presence than you'd find in like Budweiser, and I'm not going to name them all. You guys all know them all.
Coors, Miller.
We're going to go through. We're going to go through the scoring now. I'm going to bring up some other folks, and we'll just leave this as a six person panel. So
okay.
First up, go from clockwise rotation. Give your scores on your brews, and also do your shout outs if you have anything coming up. If you want to shout somebody else out, whatever you want to basically say.
So BuMpy,
yes,
I got a saying for you now. Since it's Malty Monday, you bring us up. We're the 6-pack.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Right.
All right. So the first 6-pack to go will not include myself. So guys, keep the ring on. Keep it tight. Don't be a loose. All right.
He trusts us.
I do. I trust you. I'll be in the chat. All right. So first one's up. Let's see. I gotta get Alex back in there.
The beer master.
Hey.
The beer man. What you think of your beer man?
Let's go around.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. All right. So just to kind of reiterate a little bit, cider like smell, taste. Finish was very balanced, all met at the same time and finished at the same time. Very perfect in my opinion. Easy drinking, medium light bodied beer, roasted caramel flavors, even peppery with the smell flavor. Herbal, floral, grass, bitter hoppiness with the light dryness in the finish. Somewhat lightly lingering, kind of sticks around. I kind of like this. I like it every time I have like I said, my Mexican food, wherever I go, the restaurant up the road, this, that. I'm going to give it a 94 out of 100. It's a really good beer. So,
wow.
I really like it personally.
Wow.
So,
good job, man.
Drink.
Cheers. Hell yeah.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, brother.
Wednesday is or Tuesday. Tomorrow is beer and cheese Tuesday. So show up at 5:00 if you want to have a cheese and beer. It's actually going to be goat cheese and sour of choice because it was kind of a. I was trying to do a what do you call it?
You had a great experiment.
Can't get the word out. But challenge, because it's just such a good mixture. But then Wednesday is recipe and beer, and then of course beer chugs after that. It's always fun. So right on. Cheers, guys.
Okay.
Thank you, BuMpy.
I'm going to give my Alhambra Reserva 1925 an 85, a solid B.
Nice.
Beer, I would drink it again. I mean, I'm not sure I'd be seeking it out, but if somebody gave me one, I would drink it.
Good.
Seek and destroy.
Wait a minute. Thresh Brothers.
Looky there, man. I just let it set the whole time. We still got carbonation. And we got just that little ring around the top. It actually had some lacing to it, which was really cool. I'm really happy with this beer, but it won't rate too high. It'll be an A. I mean, I'm happy. It's not. It's adjuncty, but I think it kind of pulls itself out and says, "Hey, I'm here." So I'll give it a 92. 92 out of 100.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, pretty
so
good.
It's appropriate. The adjunct or the corn, if that's what they're using, it tastes appropriate to you for what they're doing in that beer. In other words,
exactly. It's an adjunct lager, but they really play with the hops where you don't have that taste there. You know,
my understanding is that a lot of the major players in the world with the brewing that use that want to use their adjuncts in a way where, I mean, if you detect it in that way, that sounds pretty cool, but they really want you to not even have to detect it. That's kind of for what, like lightening of body and stuff and keeping cost down.
Yeah, I think you got that balance there where either you have like a adjuncty corn ricey taste to it, like everything you taste out there. Where if I think it kind of goes above the top, it goes over, but I mean it's not my type of style. So I like hops, so
Yeah.
this really did it. So cheers, guys.
Good. All right, sweet. You want to talk about anything coming up on your YouTube channel? I guess.
So yeah, I've been doing a lot with the rescues. So if you guys are into being a voice for those that don't have a voice from the standpoint of animals that are being sent to slaughter and shit, check it out. I help horses that are out there that need forever homes, and
Yes.
that's the latest stuff I'm doing. Always doing brew days. We'll do some brew days. We're going to do some more barbecue stuff. It's very nice out. Do some barbecue stuff. But yeah, go ahead and support the channel. If you're into it, man, freaking support everything, man. It's awesome. Thank you very much.
Ryan, what about the retro,
Well,
electronic?
John can't wait till the next one comes out. But yeah, like behind me, that's an Apple IIe right there. I do retro repair on a lot of old retro computers that come out from late 70s until the early 90s. So Commodores mostly. So C64s, the different bread bin models and
REST.
yeah, we'll be getting into those soon. Seriously.
You never know, Brian. Brian, you might get into the 2000s computers too. You never know.
I worked on them forever. I've been in IT for over 30 years. So
I'm talking about the years of 2000s.
Those early ones. Yeah.
Oh,
you already.
Oh yeah, the XTs, 286s, 386s. I used to run billboard systems out of my basement. That's how nerdy I am.
You are a legend, Brian. Keep up the good work.
Yeah,
I love y'all.
Legend, yes.
I love you too, man.
Cheers,
Appreciate
y'all.
you.
All right. I guess I'm next in line. Corona Extra. Again, I did it on my channel the other day, and I think I'm gonna stick with the rating that I gave it, which is a 75 out of 100. Now, for whatever reasoning, even though I'm giving it that score, I had a Carlsberg pint glass or a Carlsberg Pilsner glass. I had much more of a flared, sort of a bugle style bell, like cone shape, this way and that way. And this, I don't know if it's just the Sam Adams glass or the actual beer that I'm drinking. This one's just a slight itty bitty more malty forward, which is kind of cool. And it's keeping some head a little bit better. But I mean, it's still the same. It looks very identical, but it's still the same kind of a base flavor overall. I am getting a lot of that apple juice Mott's thing. I don't know what kind of apples it is. Empire, Macintosh, Red and Delicious. No clue what they use in Mott's. But yeah, that's the base flavor. I am getting the sweet bready malt and some of that corn. No corn. Some of that non-cereal grains and the malt, I think, contributing overall to that flavor with some of those musky grains. But I mean, it's maybe it's in like the middle of the road, maybe just slightly below the stuff that have the Modelo's name on it, the Dos Equis name on it, even the Victoria. I would drink rather more frequently than something like the Corona here. But Corona Familiar is probably about an 82 compared to this, but maybe it'd have to go side by side for that one. So back to the channel here. This is Thomas Metal 75. I do the Massachusetts beer reviews. Maybe the weekends are good for getting a lot of beer reviews done. I've been doing it more frequently, getting back into that. And now I'm starting to put the email address into the descriptions. So if you want to PayPal and contribute to the channel and have some more review material, whether it's beer or for some reason you want me to try someone else, I can do that. I guess PayPal, a lot of us like PayPal versus super chats. Use them if you want, but
yeah, because money goes to the the supporting freaking company.
If you get a $100 super chat, you only get $70, and then you got to make enough money on the month to even get paid out.
So anything that anybody wants to contribute to this email address on PayPal, I'll keep it in the PayPal account, and I'll know how much money I have to spend on the products to review. So yeah, cheers, people.
Yeah,
I mean, tell you the truth, Eric, since you're doing it, I might do PayPal too eventually. I don't know how to do it, but
yeah,
PayPal is free though, right? It is free though, right?
Free.
It is
yeah,
free.
you don't have to pay monthly anything to use PayPal. Use that
right to your account, Alex.
Just make an account and they just put the money in there whenever.
Well, you can choose to keep it on PayPal and use it there, or you can have it sent right into your bank account, tax free.
Oh, okay, awesome. So I can get it from PayPal, but I can also from PayPal to my bank account.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
You got it, brother.
Yep. It's transaction city right there.
Okay. So I can basically ask PayPal to send it into my account. All right.
And we're looking for Jacob Downey. He's always looking for money. So if you want to check out Jacob Downey,
he'll be your pal.
He'll be your pal.
PayPal him. That's a risky
Jim
thing on
Oliver.
the internet. All right.
So Alex, what you thinking about your beer?
Well, it's done, but I have another one. I could drink more. I might drink one more later in a little bit.
I love your pour. Can you go get one real quick and pour it up? Be quick. Be quick, boy.
Come back to Alex. You come back to Alex.
He needs to make his bed.
Alex, make your bed.
No.
I've never seen his bed made. I don't think he's ever made it.
He likes the unbedded look.
That's right. His sister will help him make his bed at the other place, but I don't think his brother will help him here.
My wife does it, so.
That's all right. I don't really make my bed either. Mine's only half made, so you guys can just see the made up half. So I don't know why my hard hat's on my bed. But,
Michael, Michael, it's whoever gets up last
Safety first.
makes the bed. So
It's usually her. I'm the early riser of this group.
go, Alex. Look at him.
John, safety first, right? Oh.
Safety third.
Alex is getting the pour.
Right.
He's getting the pour
Look at
down.
that.
Nice pour.
Look at
I like the first pour, but that wasn't like a messy pour at all.
No, he was paying attention this time.
He was peeing attention.
There you go.
Something like that.
So Alex, what do you think for your score? Since you've already drank one, what do you think? What are you thinking for a score?
I like it. I like the hoppiness of it. There's a little sweetness, like I said, but I didn't say sweetness, but towards the end, obviously it was sweet. But the rest of it was good, and I think I'm gonna, because of the hoppiness, because I like it, I'm gonna give it a 90, a 91, 92.
All right.
There you go. There you go. Be the A.
So okay.
Sweet. All right. So for the Chang, I did a couple notes here, man. It was very clean, high carbonated. There was a semi-sweet malt presence in the nose. The skunkiness did subside, as Nelly said would happen. It did happen. There was a slight bittering, like hop smell when you were on the nose. You know what I mean? You could smell it in there. Really didn't come through flavor-wise, but still not bad. Crisp, light tasting beer, I guess, for the style. It's pretty Johnny on the spot, you know. It was like in my opinion, it was like almost reminiscent to like a Miller High Life color, drinkability wise. No issues putting down, I don't know, 15 of those maybe. Not a big deal. Beer Advocate sadly scored this as a 67. Just for the style alone and drinkability, I'm gonna roll with a 89. You know, it really wasn't that bad. It just didn't really bring a lot to the table. But for a style like this, as long as it's clean, crisp, refreshing, that's pretty much all it's got to do. So, but I think I paid like $1.70 something for that beer, so it wasn't not spendy.
No.
But would I buy it again? Probably not. But it's worth the shot. It was internationals. I definitely wanted to go out of the realm and get something that I'm pretty sure nobody was going to show up with. So
hell yeah!
Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Straight.
Yeah, Bumpy, you can take me out and bring Sutton up if you need to.
Whatever we got to do.
So I'll go ahead and do mine real quick. So quick recap: the Peroni Nostro Azzurro, malt forward on the aroma, very malt forward on the flavor as well. The nice hop bitterness on the finish, nice grassy hop notes. Very well balanced between the malt and the hops. Super light, crisp, clean, refreshing, dry finish. Very sessionable at 5.1%. One thing that BuMpY picked up on, he was talking about the adjunct that he was picking up on the corn, on the aroma, and a sweet corn taste on the palate. I don't get any corn with this. I mean, I just feel like it tastes more like a pale lager to me. And it's been a while since I've had it, so I would have never guessed that this was an adjunct beer. It just has such a clean, refreshing taste. And it's nothing like the American adjunct beers that a lot of people might be used to. So for a rating, I got to call it like I see it. It's a 96 out of 100. It is dynamite for the style. It is light. It's not super complex or anything, but it is exactly what it's supposed to be for this type of beer, for this, a light, crisp, refreshing lager. So 96 out of 100.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah. And real quick, I didn't know Beer Man was doing the goat cheese, but I was at the store today, and I'm planning on joining tomorrow. I bought some garlic and herb goat cheese, so I will be on Beer Man's thing tomorrow. And
I've had that.
my channel, Georgia Beer Reviews. I do beer reviews, and we do Stout Sunday every Sunday morning at 10:30 Eastern. Michael and pretty much everybody except Miscellaneous, I think, has joined at some point or another on Stout Sunday. But anybody's always welcome.
Network. No offense to you.
Yeah.
Guys. He's usually working, or else he would join.
Right. Yeah. But no, anybody's welcome to join. And I know 10:30 on a Sunday morning is kind of can be a weird time for some people to drink, especially stout beers. A lot of the stuff we get into is higher alcohol stuff, but it's a lot of fun, and anybody's welcome to join. And that's pretty much all I got. So,
cheers,
thanks for having me, BuMpY.
Yeah, man, cheers. I told you, I'm gonna take one. I'll take one Sunday off. I'll take a paid day off to come hang out one day.
I forgot to do my channel. I'm doing Food Fridays this Friday at 8 o'clock. So I'll be, as of right now, we're doing chicken sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken sandwiches and beer.
Oh boy!
So I told Sutton stay put, and he brought out again. So hopefully Sutton will come back up so he can give his score and everything.
Don't be impatient.
But just in case he doesn't, I'm gonna guess that he liked the Heineken a lot more than Hams, and he'd probably give it a 99.
Whoa!
I don't know,
That's why
man.
I think I'm gonna give Heineken.
He goes back and watches this, man. He might be.
I don't know. Well, hopefully he'll pop in and be able to correct me if I was wrong.
He'll give you a thumbs down, man.
Kind of like John and Ellie corrected me with, you're not tasting corn, man. You're not tasting corn.
I didn't correct you. I just said I
There's no corn in it.
Ain't no corn in it.
It's cornier. It's cornier than an American one. But I did mention the more malty flavor that has come through. So, and like I mentioned also, I think the Peroni with that more malty flavor where it doesn't really have the super light flavors like you'd find in an American adjunct lager. I think it is more palatable. It's enjoyable. And I would score this a 95 out of 100. So this is one below what John thinks of it. So, yeah.
Awesome.
I'll tell you this much, so BuMpY. I might have gave this a 92, but I'm getting this again. It's a very tasty beer, and I really enjoy it. That's all I gotta say. That appreciate you, BuMpY.
Appreciate you too. Now we got Ronald Sutton back. Let's get him up here before he drops off again to give us his score and final thoughts, and then I'll go over my ending recap of everything, and we'll get
True
it
that.
on.
True that, BuMpY.
Something go.
Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
This Heineken, I mean, I thought I was in. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you. We can hear you, Ronnie. Something. We can hear you, bud.
All right. I'm drinking a Heineken, and you know, I've probably had more of these than all of you people combined.
True that.
It's an excellent product. Yeah. Oh, I'd bet a dime to a dollar on it. But it's a great beer. I mean, it's just like Budweiser in that it is consistent. You know, it's consistent no matter where you buy it, all over the planet. It's consistent. Yeah, it has a good head retention. You know, it's all natural ingredients, all, you know, just the 4 ingredients. In fact, they usually list just 3. You know, I showed you my mug. My mug's awesome because they should go back to that, you know, that windmill. There's a lot of controversy about the star. But anyhow, it's malt forward. You know, you got a nice carbonation that pushes the beer back through your throat. You get a dry finish that makes you want more, and I just think it's a wonderful product. Now, if I got some that were skunked, yeah, I've had some bad Heinekens. You know, and I don't really
Happens.
understand why they don't change. But I've had bad Heinekens. But I know other people that put them out in the sun and they want to drink the skunk. You know, they want that skunk taste, and I don't understand.
No.
But they do. They stick it out there in the sun and purposely let it get skunked. I don't care for that. The cans, they just redesigned their can, and they were out of them, but they got a redesigned can. They no longer have the green tab on top of the beer can.
Oh,
But that fresh beer out of the can, that was some of the best beer I have ever enjoyed. And that was when did I do that? Saturday? I think it was Saturday. Yeah. But anyhow, go on. I'll give you my score later. It's an excellent excellent
No.
It's go time now, but
Yeah. Score time now.
Oh, score time?
Yeah.
Yeah, score time.
It's a 95.
Woo.
Yeah, it's not 95. An honest 95. There's nothing wrong with it. I'll drink it. Like I say, I'll drink it every day. It's an excellent product. Excellent product. High quality. It says quality. What does it say? Quality premium beer on their bottle. On their new can, it said quality premium beer. It's 5% alcohol. It's got 30. It's hard to find it, but it's 30 IBUs. 30 IBUs. So you do get that hot finish. You'll get a little bit of hot finish on the back end of it. You know, it's great beer. You know, they can't if they're selling so much of it. You know, think about it. The people's taste buds must want it. You know what I mean?
No, I like
I
it.
don't see nobody shaking their head. Yeah, I don't see nobody shaking their head. Yeah, it's a great product. You know, anybody that rags on it, I don't care about them beer advocates or whatever them great beer people are. I could care less about them. I enjoy this beer. I've drank a ton of it. The first Heineken I had, we had a keg party at my buddy's house when I was 17 years old, and we bought a keg of Heineken. Everybody chipped in like $10. You know, we got some money back because of the keg deposit and the tap deposit. You know, we got some money back. But yeah, I was only 17 years old. First
Awesome.
Heineken I ever had. I suck it down. I've had plenty of them. Like I say, more than any of you guys put together. I assure you.
Hey,
Yes.
Ronnie,
Well, hams. You know, if I would have been able to get
Go ahead,
anything
Alex.
earlier in my life,
Say what you're gonna say.
I like Heineken. That's a good beer. I correct on that one, Ronnie. That is a good beer. I like Heineken. It's a very tasty beer because I like that flavor. But I also like this beer as well. It's a very good beer too. I don't know if you ever had this, but you should because it's a very tasty beer. At least in my opinion, it's the first time I've ever had it.
Yes, I'm
I've
gonna
had
go ahead and do the closing for this segment of Multi Monday because we
Go
are
ahead there,
almost
BuMpY.
at an hour and a half. So I want to thank the panel for showing up tonight. You guys were awesome. We had a great panel tonight. Seems like we always have a fairly large panel show up during these very I don't know, easy to find brews.
Yep.
And also, they seem to be made by a lot of macro brewing companies as well. But I want to thank the chat for being here as well. Can't really do a great Multi Monday without a nice chat going on, people showing up, keeping the whole thing relevant for watching. So I appreciate you all for doing that. Now, the panel, we do have to try to come up with the next 4 beers for a poll in the next Multi Monday. Now, something I do want to do. Now, everybody that's here, you should already know Multi Mondays are on Mondays. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and there'll be a poll created. The poll will be placed in the various Hangouts groups that I'm in. Also, it will be posted in the description of this stream. So just wait until this goes up, posted on YouTube. You can find the description there if you want to do it, or the polling in the description if you want to join in with the polling for what's going to be the Multi Monday beer. Multi Monday beer ends at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, which is usually about the time that Wildcard Day ends. So you have a couple days, anyways, day and a half or so to do your voting on it. I would like to try to see if we can get into one of the larger groups like Beer Man. If you're interested in starting up an off air or hangout, or not the hangout, but the what's this called? StreamYard. That way we can get more of the members that were on the panel tonight to join in, so we can try to create that poll.
BuMpY, Michael in the private chat says he wants to come on for he's got a surprise. Drop me out and put him back in. I think he wants to.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold on, guys. Couldn't Beer Man send us the link and we just go on his thing and
that's
then
pretty much what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
Okay.
I agree.
This is a surprise, and I'll be brief. My daughter just came with a surprise mystery pack, and I'm going to go through them quickly.
Nice.
Okay. She brought the same one that I did tonight. There's one of those.
Go figure, right?
From the same company, a Rosé Roja from Alejandro.
Nice.
We seem to be getting a lot of Spanish stuff. There's 2 of these Mahu. I had Mahu.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, to be honest.
Never heard of it.
Mahu, a Spanish lager. Oberon from Bell's, which is their wheat beer.
All right.
Oh, I've seen that.
Oh, I've seen that. I can get that in the the little
It's a
portable keg type thing.
Blue Point Una Fria, which is from Blue Point and Presidente, a collaboration, some type of lager also.
I've heard of Blue Point, but I've never had their beers.
3 of those. Dogfish Head, their Midas Touch. And probably the thing I like the best, because I really like this style, there are 3 from, it's called Raging Bitch. It's from Flying Dog. It's a Belgian IPA.
Yep. Yeah, that's nice.
That's a pretty good box, man.
I think Flying Dog, I think, is in Maryland. I think that's a brewery in Maryland, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
I've had Flying Dog.
outside Washington, I think. The nice thing about these mystery 12 packs is they're very reasonably priced. It's just $10.29, so it's 85 cents a beer. So you really can't go wrong. And it's easier to have my daughter do that because she doesn't want to spend her time picking through the individual beers. I do that when I go, but otherwise it's easier just to bring that back. And it's a pretty good variety too, which is really good. But that's the general idea of how I buy some of my beer.
Yeah, but you have a lot of beer in your cellar, don't you, that you're aging as well, Michael, if I remember correctly.
These don't tend to be, the beers here don't tend to be porters and stouts, though. Pretty much.
Right. No, you're not going to age them. They won't work out. No.
They tend to be lighter. So, but
you won't be aging them. No.
But I do buy porters and stouts a lot because we do it every Sunday. So.
Well, no, I'm saying
that was a nice mystery pack, actually. That was a great ending to the Multi Monday. We got to see some very cheers that Michael got from his daughter.
When you guys put up your cheers, I'll look here.
What's that?
When you put your beers up on the poll, I will look.
Okay. Beerman did say that he was up. He was up to doing the to creating a stream.
Good.
It's up there.
So it's up where? It's up in the upper.
In the back world. In the
dark
private
chat. All right. Are you going to put it into hang up group as well?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, if you guys want to. Oh shoot, I don't have it. Damn, dude.
All right. Well, if we can everybody that's here, if you want, that's in the panel right now. If you want to go to the private chat, Beerman left a link to
time to migrate.
Put the link up, someone else. I can't do it from my end for some flipping reason, but
I don't know. I don't know if I got
I don't see it. Where do you put it?
It's in the wankers.
Oh, we put it in the other thing. Okay, I thought it was in the private chat.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Well, I want to say thanks everybody once again. Another fantastic Multi Monday. Thanks to Ron Terrio for joining up in the beginning there and going through his stuff, so everybody else could come up and flow through. So I appreciate that very much, and appreciate all of you. Thank you all. Let's go over to Beerman's channel if you can find the link and create a poll.
Nice.
All right. Cheers, guys.
All right.
See you.